Blessed assurance.
He will be raised up, lifted up, highly exalted, raised up, lifted up.
So in that framework of relationship, let's look at self-awareness as a factor. That's the principle, self-awareness. Whenever you get into a relationship, you must be aware of yourself. The problem is that in relationships, most people want to be aware of the other person. How is his life? Where does it come from? But the important thing is that you must be aware of yourself first before you think of another person. So self-awareness comes with responsibility. It demands accountability and generates transparency. If you have self-awareness, you will be committed as a responsibility. It will demand accountability for yourself, and it will generate transparency. So, and to be responsible, you must first subject yourself to effective study, conscious training, and constant discipline. This is very important. More so, to be accountable, you must first acknowledge your mistakes, accept corrections, and be willing to improve your standard. That's what responsibility entails. And to be transparent, you must first be honest to yourself, open to others, and obedient to your Creator, the God that made you. These three things will define self-awareness. And if you are ready, you will now graduate into the third factor, the concept, which is very important. And then we get to the third factor that we call the uncertainty factor, which informs us about the risk in any relationship. It develops resilience and allows for mitigation. So in a relationship, you must know that there's risk in it, in as much as there's reward. Every relationship has risks and reward. And the same relationship, when you are aware of uncertainty, it helps you to develop resilience. How am I going to handle this? How tolerable I'm going to be? What degree of understanding am I going to put in? And then that will allow for mitigation. Risk analysis highlight possible danger, red flags, spots to show, to slow down or trafficate and overtake. Its purpose is to assess whether there is still work on you or your fiance before you settle down. Whereas resilience fuels your passion, empowers your strength, and sustains your values. And mitigation informs you about the strategy you could use to stay in that relationship, recognizes the approach, and manages the process and emotions perfectly. So with the above framework, good people of God, what I call the framework of relationship, it shows that a sustainable relationship route can be built with an ideology, what I call consciousness, with a principle which I call self-awareness, and can be sustained with a concept that I call the principle of uncertainty. Yeah, so this is why this program has come up to inform you that wisdom is profitable to direct. Of course, there's this saying that if the iron is blunt and he do not wet the edge, then must he put to more strength, but wisdom is profitable. You can always use wisdom to navigate your way into a sustainable relationship. Otherwise, you will be the one to be blamed. There's also a saying that says, if thou be wise,
Raised up, lifted up, highly exalted, Jesus, Jesus my Lord. He will be raised up, lifted up, highly
Be overtaken, we will not be overcome.